So what do you think about all this, Charlie?
There's one horse, plays all of, I think it's just one.
Yeah.
Yes,
well,
we had a different one for some of the racing scenes.
And
but
for like some of the more technical stuff.
Yes, but mainly one horse called Starsky. He was a very nice, well-trained, kind, skittish, slightly skittish horse. And yeah, Charlie, you can talk about it, but Charlie spent 2 weeks?
Yeah, I spent about 2 weeks before we started filming with him, and I just learned how to clean his stall, and I did ride him a little bit, but in the film I actually never ride him, so it was mostly just about being confident enough to be able to be in the middle of nowhere with him. And because some of the shots in the film, you know, are really just the two of us, and there aren't any trainers right next to us, you know, making sure he stays in the right position. So I just had to really, you know, be able to gain control of him and not have him push me around.
I think horses are smart animals, and I think with any animal that you kind of connect with, you know, there's something between the two of you that helps you feel better. And I think horses can understand, or at least feel, your emotional state. They know if you're feeling anxious, they know if you're feeling happy. And I think for us as humans, that's a nice thing to have. And also horses are non-judgmental, and they don't answer back, and you can talk to them without any fear of judgment.
I think too, something about, they have these incredible eyes. They're so big, and I think that that's another component of it possibly, but also they're flight animals. So they are, even though they're huge and they could crush you at any time, they're really gentle, and I think there's something about that similar to like a dog or another animal like that. I just think, you know, it's easy to have compassion for them and connect with them.
And also they're a companion, and I suppose for Charlie in this film, he doesn't have anybody. You know, he doesn't have his family anymore, and he's left abandoned in the world, and so here is someone or something that can be his companion, that he can feel, that he can care for and can connect with.
I loved working with him. I had done a television show very briefly with him back when I was like 12 years old, and so I got a glimpse of how he worked when I did that with him. And then on this, of course, I was able to spend a lot more time with him. And, you know, I mean, he's such a talented person. And, of course, I got to learn from him so much about, you know, just acting and working with directors. And, I mean, he's directed movies he's also acted in, and just learning those kinds of things. But I think also just in the way that he treats everyone on set, and he treats himself, and I think those were such valuable lessons too. And he's not necessarily the kind of guy who would just give out advice, but I think it was that just through experience, getting to see how he works and how he works with other people, that I really learned so much.
Yeah, no, he's incredible to work with. He's very kind of thoughtful and generous and kind, and that's what you want on set. And you know, he was incredibly helpful and knew a lot about who that character was, and we talked a lot about trying to define that character as being something slightly more complex than what you might initially think a horse trainer would be in a supporting role in a film like this. And we always looked for that kind of shade within the character to kind of find some kind of truth to him.
You gonna get on him next?
He's not for riding.